Good morning, my viewers. So it's actually been a while we've not dropped videos, and very sorry for that because we have some little constraints. But so this morning we want to do one interesting video. We had a story about this oldest house that is here in Ebesike clan. This is like a small clan in Namobu. This house, from what we heard, is close to 150 years plus. So even when we started asking questions, we found out that the people that know the real origin of the house, like none of them are even alive. But the only person we could have met, he is very sick and couldn't even tell us the story. Although we had to trace back to one of the books he wrote, which is the genealogy and the history of obetiti. But even after reading the whole story, we couldn't even find out the exact date. So we came to tour the house by ourselves and then ask some elderly people questions as regards to the house. So right here at my back, this is the house. This house, according to what we heard, has been in existence even before the war. So most of the people we met didn't even know when the house was built. Most of them just came alive and they saw that the house was there. So we managed to ask a lot of questions, but we couldn't even find the exact date. But from what we heard, the house is between 120 to 130 years. But so right now, this morning we are going to be touring the house. We actually was going around the house and wanted to show the architectural structures and what the component of the house was made of, because it wasn't actually an easy tour. Although we wanted to show the interior and wanted to show the effect the house have suffered during this period of time that it has been in existence. So we are showing some of the cracks the house have experienced from the roof, and went right at the back of the house, at the side of the house instead, to actually show the detailing and what actually proves that the fact that the house is red mud. Because if you look at actually, you find out that there is some holes which is caused by several things, and also going right at the back of the house, you find out that there has been a lot of tears and wears. The house has suffered some cracks and some falls off, although at the time of the viewing, how the house was still intact and people were actually living inside it. And if you look at the wall as shown in the camera, it was literally red mud throughout. And you're trying to explain the fact that the house, because of the fact that it is a red mud thing, the house has withstand all the things that happened to it. Although the house is not in perfect shape anyways, but it is still strong. And if you're looking at it, like, it's a very fantastic place. Like we told you earlier, we'll be making videos. So at this point here, I'm with Mr. Koman Ogu. So he knows a brief history of this place. So we actually came to ask him questions. Although when we came, he was busy, although he granted us some time. So Mr. Koman, please, I am a video maker. So actually matter how old the house is, because I just jojo. I didn't give find a particular time aging royal mog. So Biko, what look at time him about this house?
Me go kwana gị na-eji okwu ha gbasara building a. Mgbe anyị dị ntakịrị ka nna papa m ha nọ na ya. Ebe ha ka ha biri before bịa ụlọ ebe ọzọ. O rekweli between 115 years or 140.
Wow.
Because all old building, the oldest building anywhere here.
Yeah, because I do chala juju. Has in the man barno the all do so I say because I think all the oldest house.
The oldest house, yes.
So but all I'm saying even before the war. So that means Ogunina Rochelle at that time.
Wow. Yes. Ulo ile there. Before the war. Ulo na no. No kwa the war ago.
So heavy artillery is in Abachan, every other thing. All we stand there and party now.
Bullet many because all more the house.
Okay, but you want to kiss it for all larger with the bulletproof.
All larger has a stronger than block house.
Okay. So From what he has been saying so far, from what he has been saying so far, so we could actually find out that these houses, this old line in Kumakiana, this particular house is very old, and because of all larger. So because of what I mean by all larger, because it's a red mud, so that is why even during the war, the house was able to withstand bullet penetration and everything, and it's still standing now. So, Mr. Coman, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Maybe I want another question. I got Jugi. We'll still come and meet you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So,
Thank you.
at this point, from what he said so far, he said the house actually has been here before the war, and because of the fact that the house is red mud throughout, that was why the house was able to withstand the civil war then, and it's still standing. So that is what we found out so far about the house. And okay, we actually see. I should ask some people to tell us. Let us have a diversified knowledge, and maybe at the end of the week, we can do a reasonable justice to how long this house has already been. So we are still going to meet some people to ask them questions about this house. So just sit back and enjoy the story because, like I said, it's a very interesting one. So we are going to go and still meet some other elders that we can get in touch with at this point and ask them questions as regards to how long this house have stayed. So, in respect to the videos we've been making about this particular ancient house that has actually been the oldest here, so here we came to meet an elder of this community that knows that has an idea of how long this particular house has always been. Here we have Pastor Everest. He is going to tell us what he knows about the house. Um, sir, o nwere vidiyo anyị mee maka ụlọ nọ na Kenaka Ebesike, so anyị ajụọla ajụjụ ndị ke makwana ha ma ha gwakwa anyị. So anyị chọrọ ịjụ gị biko, ụlọ nọ na ke ogohi nga anyị, olee ihe ma about the house, like how long ka ọ nọrọ?
Ụlọ ka aja.
Ee,
N'ụlọ aja ahụ ọ nọteela ka o ruola narị afọ na ọgụ,
okay,
ewu 120 years.
okay,
Ya nga nna ha biri mụọ Silivehi bikwere ya ruo ole na ha wecha ụmụ ogu ahụ. Garukwa na ndị ka ewu kenise ha gawa ụmụ obi ya na ugbu a.
okay.
Ụlọ ọha nọteela ka ọ wụ ụlọ ndị ọkpụtụrụkpụ ụlọ aja eshiri n'akịrịka kotuo ya kụọ ya zinc n'elu.
Wow. Okay. So I'm trying to get, but as all I know before the war, but only when we came in full lodge, no, I look trouble na really lay bulletin about and the rest of them still alive.
Ihe mere ya na-ewu ịma na anyị agbaghị ọsọ na Mbaise.
Okay.
Mgbe anyị gbara ọsọ ga-awụ n'ikpeazụ. Eleziekwana anya ọ nga mmadụ niile bi na-awagharị ya na-arụ ihe ọ nga ha niile biri.
So but mgbe
akpọghị ya n'ihi na ọ dị na-atak anọrọ ya ma ọ dị ọgụ anọrọ ya lụọ.
okay, so mgbe alụrụ ọgụ agbaghị ọsọ ebe.
Agbaghị ọsọ ebe ma ọ gawo n'ikpeazụ mgbe ha ọgụ obiri.
Okay, you gave it a boss ebe.
Yes, anyị agba for even when anyị nọrọ otu week lọghachi na hokwe.
Okay. Okay, but onye juburu before, they come and juburu before say I'm original because of all aja. Even my bagodo ụlọ aja egbe. All the bulletproof. So ụlọ aja or bulletproof eziokwu agba egbe agba feel again.
Ụlọ aja anaghị mgbe a na-etifi otu ahụ na oje etife ka cement.
Okay. So but nwere ike isi ụlọ aja ka ụlọ block mma.
Ọwụ ya aka na mma hụ ejika na ọwụ ya aka mma wụ ka ewu n'ihe ndị ịma na afọ na-aga a na-enwe development na-enwe modern something.
Okay.
Block wene modern something ụlọ aja wụkwa n'ihe ancient something.
Okay, so we propose ụlọ aja dị mma mgbe kie.
Ụlọ aja dị mma mgbe kie.
Okay.
Ka ugbu ọkwa na ọ dị even ọdụ onye chọkwara anaghị agaghị itu ụlọ aja ahụ etu. Ọ dị ka ọwa ahụ ụlọ aja gala nọkwa ebe ka anyị mata.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, from what he was saying so far, he said that during the war that there was no much attack here. That was why the house lasted, unlike what the other person told us. And I asked him, in his own opinion, does he feel that mud house is better than block house. She was like, mud house is good in its own time and block house is good in its own time. But the thing is that red mud, because of the processes it goes to and because of it's tightly packed and it's saturated, that is why it is usually bulletproof. So, and he said that why the house has lasted this period of time, it was because of the fact that it has been always been taken care of and people has been living there, that the house was usually covered with a local palm front. Then from there it was renovated to zinc house. So it is not different from what the other person has told us. At the end of the day, they are still saying the whole thing, that the house has stayed for over 120 to 130 years. So I mean, I think this story is actually very interesting, and because of the fact that the house has lasted for a long time and it is still lasting and people are still living in it currently. And at the time of this documentary, it is the oldest house in this clan, which is the Ebesike clan in Namobu, Mbaise LGA of Imo State. So it's very interesting story, and we are going to show you more about this same house. So thank you. So even the elderly man we met now, if you listen to him very clearly, you could find out that he said a fantastic thing about the house. So I personally feel architectures those days were very unique, because if you look at the detailing, if you look at the structures and how the house was fixed, normally by now, because of steady rainfall and erosion, because if you look clearly here, it looks like a very slight erosion site, but even with the erosions, like you can see that the house is not badly affected, although with the help of this pavement, which is more of a support to the house has been able to withstand a whole lot of things. So I feel I feel the architectures those days are very, very unique, and it's something that probably, if new houses are being if these technologies are applied in new houses today, they will actually last very long. But the thing was that we are sorry we couldn't show the interior, because of the people that actually owns the place didn't want us to show the interior, maybe because of personal reasons known to them. But I mean, from all the indications and from all the things you've heard so far, you could find out that this house is a very, very interesting one. And if you look at how the whole thing was put in place, I can actually tell that these windows and stuff you see right here has lasted for God knows when. So the house is actually a very nice place. And those days they always tell us that because of it's a mud house, our mud houses are very cold inside. So mud houses, from the architectures of those days till now, is actually almost the best, if not the best. So tell us what you feel at the comment section in this video, and sit back and watch. When you watch our videos, please share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and wait for us to drop more videos. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, please make sure to click the notification button, and whenever I post videos, you'll actually be the first to see it. And please tell us what you feel at the comment section. If there's anything you don't understand, please tell us at the comment section. If there's a question, if there's a kind of, maybe you are from maybe saying you still want to tell your story about your people, you can actually tell us in the comment section. So sit tight and wait for more videos to drop. Follow and like our button and share. Thank you, and wait for our next videos to drop.